So, what is the mistake that every husband makes after an argument? My answer to that question might surprise you, even though it's the very problem that gets a lot of men into a lot of trouble. And in this video, I will discuss the problem and provide the solution as to what can we do. And it's really a game changer. And I'm having my wife join me today, and we're gonna just go back and forth. She's gonna get. I'm gonna give her the freedom to ask any questions, to just give some feedback on this stuff, because I just want to let you know, like, I want you to get some real-time responses and reactions as to what really happens. And so if you're here joining me for the first time, my name is Frank DeGracia. I'm a couples counselor. And if you have been enjoying, or if you want to know more about things and all things couples, and how to help husbands, how to help men, I speak really to men who are husbands or boyfriends, and help them to find intimacy emotionally with their significant other. And so I hope you like our videos. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and share this with other friends and family who will benefit from this stuff. And so let's get right into it. What is the mistake that every husband makes after an argument? And here it is. The mistake that every husband makes after an argument is they try to fix the situation. They try to fix the situation. Uh-oh. Okay.
Hi.
You might want to hold this instead,
Okay.
as a microphone. Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. So we're doing this in real time. All right. This is real life. This is not something that we're trying to show that we're better. We are a couple. We have a family, just like maybe you do, a typical couple. And so what is the mistake that every husband make after an argument? Here's the thing. The husbands try to fix the situation. And what I mean by trying to fix the situation is husbands would try to make her laugh. After they had an argument, they'd try to make their spouse laugh, to have this sense of, let's get back to normal. I hate this distance. I hate this conflict that we're having between the two of us. And so, you'll try to make her laugh to bring down the escalation, or even worse, not even return to the conflict and act like nothing happened. That's the worst, because when you act like nothing has happened and don't even discuss what's going on in the relationship, what just happened, you're just literally sweeping it under the rug. Let me ask you, babe, like, what would happen if we got into conflict or an argument, and we came back and we didn't even address the argument we just had? How would that feel to you? How would that feel like?
I'll feel hurt,
Mhm.
unsettled,
Mm-hmm.
upset.
Yep. Hurt, unsettled, upset, right? Or even worse is like, what would happen if we came back together and I just deflected, like, you were about to tell me about what just happened. You asked me, can we talk about what happened? And I'll just be like, yeah, later on. And then we go to another conversation. Well, how would that feel?
Mad.
Absolutely. Right. So you see here, like, having to fix, and that's what we do as men. We try to resolve. We want to get to resolving the issue, resolving the problem, fix, and rightly so. We want to fix the thing. We want to fix the conflict. Maybe next time let's do A, B, and C. Maybe next time let's not do that. However, what's more important than resolving the conflict is repairing the relationship. I always say this in every workshop or in every counseling session that I do, is repair is greater than resolve. Repair is greater than resolve. So what does repairing look like? Repairing looks like understanding where she's coming from, understanding her perspective. Repairing looks like putting yourself in her situation, from her perspective, understanding where she came from. Repairing also means taking responsibility for your part. Let me ask you, baby, if I was to come at you after a conflict and I was to, say something to the effect of, you know what, babe, I'm so sorry how I came at you, those words I said, those words I used, the things, that we went back and forth, even my volume and stuff. And I just kind of thinking about it, I can see where you're coming from. I can see your perspective, and that makes a lot of sense. And I would feel the same way you're feeling right now, and how you're from where you're coming from. If I was to come at you like that, like, we didn't even have a conflict, right?
Mm-hmm.
How would that feel, just me telling you that right now? How's that feel?
I would feel like my walls are down, unguarded, and more open
Mhm.
and soft, softened.
Yeah, it disarms, just disarms any kind of conflict from happening and kicking back up again. And so, what's so important here is having to, when you get a conflict, don't try to go straight to fixing, right? Don't be Mr. Fixer, be Mr. Repairer, right? Have to repair the relationship with her is so essential. And you can do that by first understanding for you, like seeing when after the conflict happens, recognizing what did you do to contribute to the conflict. Maybe it was a word that you said. As men, we know what buttons to press, we know what's going to cause her to get all pissed off and to get into the argument. We know what buttons to press. And so having to recognize that and saying, when you come back to this repairing conversation, start with that. Babe, I'm so sorry. I know that what I said was wrong. I know the volume. I know that. Take responsibility for your part. Because the thing is this, you might be wrong. That's hard probably to receive, but you might be wrong in the argument. She might be right and you might be wrong. Or you might be right and she might be wrong. But the thing is, if I'm right and she's wrong, we both still lose, right? If I win the argument and she lose the argument, we still lose the relationship. And the goal is not for win lose; it's a win-win. And the win-win happens when you can first understand and recognize your part take responsibility for your part. But the thing I want to highlight is what Julie said is that basically it disarms, right? It helps it you feel more safe in the conversation. It disarms the argument. It disarms the conflict. And it's at that moment when you are able to repair heart to heart, then you can move to the next step in having to resolve whatever it may be. Because maybe we can go right into resolving. Maybe we can go right into resolving. And the thing is, she might agree, but it's going to be one of those things she's going to agree to disagree. And we're not going to get anywhere. I may be able to get my way, but the bottom line is this: the relationship has not been repaired. What's happening over time is, if we keep on having this kind of conflicts where I get my way and we just have resolve, but there's no repairing of hearts, there's no repairing of relationships, then at the end of the day, we just have the distance between us just gets wider. And so what we want is to repair the relationship by having to first recognizing your part, how you had kicked up this negative cycle, how you kicked up this argument between you and your spouse. And then the second thing is to understand where she's coming from, asking questions for curiosity. You need to really understand that, that before you understand, she needs to feel understood, right? And so having to ask her questions, where did we go wrong? What did I do? All those kind of questions for curiosity. Can you help me understand where you're coming from? That helps the conflict from getting escalated. You see, there's nothing wrong with arguing. There's nothing wrong with fighting, but we need to fight right. We need to fight right. And the way to fight right is having to understand where she's coming from, understanding both perspectives. All right. Did that help? You have any questions? No? Good. That's first time. No more words to say. No words to say. You got speaking to the mic, Deb.
Speechless.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for staying with us. Hey, I want to encourage you to watch this next video. We're going to talk more about how to have closer relationship and intimacy with your partner. I hope this helps. Take care. See you in the next video.